Hi, welcome to this video on Excel data entry covering autocomplete and the fill handle. This video was recorded in November 2020 using Excel 365. Other versions may look a little different. On the spreadsheet on screen you can see a list of dates, and next to that is a list of people who are doing support for a given date. When you start typing in a cell, Excel will look at the entries above that cell and try and predict what it is you're about to type. So if I want to put Philip in the next day, Excel will look at the previous entries and say, you've already put something with a P and it was Philip. Do you want to put Philip? And in this case, I'll say, yeah, I do. So I can just press enter. If I put Stuart, if I put an S in there, it'll say, do you mean Stuart? I do. And if I want to put Bethany, if I put a B, it doesn't immediately offer me anything because there is a B for Bethany and there's a B for Brian. But if I put an E, it'll say, do you mean Bethany? Excellent. And if I need to add something new, well, that's fine. There isn't a T, it doesn't offer me anything. I can put Trevor in there. But then if I put a T, it'll say, I've got a T, do you mean Trevor? Yes, I do. Now, the way this works is it looks at the previously entered cells. But if there's a gap, things change ever so slightly. So if I put a gap here between all of these cells, because this data is in a larger set of data here, these two columns, if I start putting the word Robert, it sees R for Robert and it will say, do you mean Robert? Yes, I do. However, if this was a column on its own, so if I move this across here, and I put, so now I can put Philip, it'll say, do you mean Philip? But if I put Robert, it doesn't find it because it only goes up to this gap and it is only this column here. So it doesn't think it's a wider data set. So it doesn't find R for Robert. Something else I wanted to show you on this video is the the fill handler button, which is this little square in the bottom. You see that? And what that does is, if you put some data in and you use this to drag a cell down or across, it'll use the data that you've already put in and predict a pattern for it. So if I put Monday and if I put Tuesday, if I highlight those two and I grab my little fill handle and I pull it down, it'll say, do you mean Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday? And it knows that as a pattern. And it's the same with the abbreviation of. So I can do the same thing here. And it'll say, do you mean that? It works with numbers. So if I do that, or it works with patterns. So if I go up in tens, it'll say, are you going up in tens? And it'll move it in tens. It's quite clever. So it'll do it with dates. So if I put, the 20th of October, when I go down, it will say, 22nd, 23rd, 24th. And when it gets to the end of the month, it'll go to the next month. So there's the 31st, 1st of November. So it's quite clever. And even more clever as well, it predicts the pattern, like I said before. So if you do something like that, it'll ignore the letters, but it will iterate through the numbers. That's the end of this video. I hope you found it helpful.